They're making it easier to buy, but not for you, it's for them. So investors can make a ton of money on the back end. When you start talking about a 50-year mortgage, Fannie Mae is getting rid of the minimum required credit score for to purchase, and then there's something no one's talking about anymore, which is going to happen. They're going to take Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac private. The administration wants this. Bill Pope, the FHFA director, is behind it. They're going to do it, but they want to make loans as easy as possible so that they can really make a killing on the back end when they privatize Fannie and Freddie Mac, so that they can now capitalize on it. They're missing out on 85% of the market right now. When Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac went into government conservatorship in 2008, all those investors lost tons of money and have been since '08. So they are salivating right now. They can't wait for them to go private. So the easier they make it for you to be able to buy, the easier they make money when Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are privatized. So go look at the video I did on a 50-year mortgage and what I really think about it. I did a video slamming it. And then I did a video saying, you know what? I'm okay with a 50-year mortgage because if you're not going to stay in it, if you get in just to get the real estate so it can work for you later, and then you get out, right? And there's a number of ways you can do that. But all people heard was, he said 50-year, he's for it, charge! And boy, they came at me in the comments. Boy, the things that they're trying to do to make it easier aren't going to work the way they think it is because they don't do loans. I used to work for Metro, and sometimes they'd have a stupid rule like, "What? You ain't never drove a bus, obviously. What are you talking about?" Right? Or maybe you're in HVAC, and it's like the company wants you to do what? Like, dude, have you ever installed an AC? Maybe you're in education. Like, what do you want me to do? What with these kids? Like, dude, shut up. You just have a degree. You don't do this. You don't go take a seat. Some of these changes aren't going to work. It's not going to spur what they're trying to do. For instance, getting rid of the minimum mortgage FICO score when credit profile is more important than credit score. It's not go. It may help a small percentage of people, but it's not going to open the floodgates for anyone because we have people right now with the minimum. So minimum credit score is 620 on a conventional loan. You can have a 620 FICO score and still not get approved for a conventional loan because your credit profile, there's a reason your credit score is 620, and that credit profile with a 620 FICO score with like it's scenario specific, right? 620 with 20% down, you have some reserve. Yeah, that'll fly. But 620 with the minimum down payment, 3%, and you have an old collection and an old 30-day late hanging around, a year old or more, that ain't flying. You will not get approved, right? So they don't do loans. So they think getting rid of the minimum credit score is going to be this big thing, and it's not. So it's are we going to have a repeat of the Great Recession? It would take a lot longer for that to happen because there's a lot of checks and balances now. You actually have to have more than just a pulse. You actually do have to have real debt to income ratio calculated. We actually have to verify that you actually are employed. Like these check stubs are actually tied to a real company. None of that crap was being verified, which is why the recession happened, right? And then there was negative amortization, a ton of predatory lending going on. So I think it's going to be way harder for that to happen. But I just need you to understand this isn't for you, it's for them. And if it helps you, take advantage. So let me go back to a 50-year mortgage. It's a trash product. Let me be very clear. 50 years a trash product. But if you're in a scenario where the 50 years is the only way you can get into real estate, get the real estate. Get out of the 50-year at a later date. If you got to sit in a 50-year for 2 years until you are able to get into a 30-year, big deal. Yeah, you get work for a couple of years, but now you have real estate working for you. If you can happen to get into a conventional loan with a trash credit score below 620 and it works for you and you can afford it, you better do it. But I know what you guys are doing. I see you coming. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac go private, they're going to make it even easier to buy and they're going to start etching away. Watch, the CFPB is pretty much done. I don't even know why it's like CFPB's out here. All of the protection disclosures are probably going to change. The way loans are underwritten, they're going to make it easier and easier and easier. and that's going to make it easier and easier for a repeat of 2008. So it's going to be incumbent upon you to make sure that you can afford what you're getting into. They're not going to care if you can afford it or not. They're looking for money, money now, money later, as much money as I can get it. And if the bottom falls out, we're just going to make the taxpayers pay for it anyway. I'm the mortgage dude. You can put a mortgage on it. Chances are I can do it.